Many people have the bad habit of running away from their problems in life, and really what you want to do is train yourself to stop using and depending upon crutches, coping mechanisms, and distractions to avoid your problems, and instead confront them head on to actually overcome them. One major crutch that people use is alcohol. Me personally, I used to have really bad social anxiety, and I would use alcohol in social situations where anytime I went out with people, I had to get drunk. I had to use alcohol to overcome this. And ultimately what I eventually realized was to get over this, I have to just go into these situations sober, feel uncomfortable, feel scared, and just not turn to alcohol to get that fake confidence. And really, I had to just put myself in these situations to actually grow my comfort zone and overcome the anxiety that was challenging me. Many people, they use alcohol as a crutch to go talk to women. You know, they're at a party, they go to a bar or a club. Dude, they get wasted, they get drunk, they drink a six-pack, and then they go talk to the hot chick. Then they have the courage to go approach that woman over there. Dude, the real way to build and improve confidence with talking to women is to just go out sober, alone, pissing in your pants scared, and just force yourself to do it anyway. That's how you grow your comfort zone, is just take the action, do the thing that scares you. You don't want to depend upon these crutches and band-aid solutions, dude. You want to just do the thing that scares you and terrifies you, because that's how you actually get better at the thing. More broadly, many people, they use drugs and alcohol due to just like general unhappiness with their life, with themselves. And really the best way to just feel better about yourself is to set clear goals and take consistent, effective action in the direction of your goals. Tony Robbins, he has a great quote where he says the key to happiness in life is progress, where if you're just taking consistent action in the direction of your goals, you feel alive, you're excited, you're energized, and you know, if you're just working to create your ideal life, you feel way better about yourself than if you're just, you know, getting wasted and you're hungover all the time and you're just like papering over these problems. If you just confront the fucking issue head on and you just take effective action consistently to go after what you want, you're going to feel way better about yourself. Now, the thing is, doing this, it's hard fucking work. It's way easier to pull out your smartphone, scroll Facebook, play video games, watch television. It's hard fucking work, but you feel way better about yourself and you feel way more fulfilled deep down. Many people also have the bad habit of distracting themselves from thinking about their problems and dealing with them in the first place. Whether it's like a breakup you just went through or, you know, some sort of anxiety that you need to be dealing with, some sort of like lack of confidence you have with women, whatever the fucking problem is, instead of actually dealing with it and just sitting alone with your thoughts in a quiet room to like process this and think about it and decide what the next action steps are. Dude, people, they just pull out their smartphone, they check social media, they hit refresh, they get these little dopamine hits. It's like a conditioned fucking response, like a drug addict, where it's like you feel discomfort and you pull out the thing and you get the little dopamine hit. You're feeling uncomfortable, you're feeling anxious, you pull out the Xbox controller and you play video games. Dude, if there's something on your mind that's bothering you, if there's an issue that you need to deal with, don't run away from it, don't band-aid over it. Don't distract yourself from thinking about it. You need to sit the fuck down and confront it and deal with it head on, because that's how you actually resolve these things, and that's how you actually improve your life, your mindset, and your happiness. So how do you actually go about confronting problems head on? When there's something on your mind, you know you have to work through it. What do you do? What are the steps you should follow? Number one is just get clarity about what the problem is. Just spell it out and just ask yourself, what exactly is the problem here? Just spell it out plainly. That's super helpful, and that's an important first step that a lot of people never even go through. A lot of people, they just deny the fact that they even have these problems. For whatever reason, their ego, it just won't allow them to accept the fact that they're flawed. They have some sort of area where they really need to work to get better in. Like when I used to have social anxiety, there was literally a period of probably like a year or two where I just completely denied the fact that I had the fucking problem. I would just like, whenever I would think about it, I would just lie to myself and say some shit like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about these people. Fuck what they think. Dude, at the end of the day, deep down, I just had a really bad, crippling social anxiety. And I would just run away from it and like shove it down and just like reject the fact that I even had the problem in the first place. Get clarity about what the problem is. Accept the fact that it is a problem, because that's how you actually confront it and take the action steps to solve the problem, is by accepting that it's an issue that you have to fucking resolve and deal with. Other questions you can ask yourself stuff like, what am I running away from? What am I not dealing with? What is on my mind? What's making me feel uncomfortable in the back of my mind that I'm refusing to confront? Really what you want to do is just become your own therapist. What does a therapist do? They ask you a bunch of questions. They get you to think about the problem and really just get you to like talk things out and just kind of work through a lot of these problems and solutions on your own. And they're just sort of there to like help facilitate that. Ask yourself these questions, just be your own psychotherapist, and that can really help to just allow you to work through these things on your own independently. Something that really helps is something that I call brain dumping. This is where I literally just use a computer document to just like work through shit that's on my mind. Something's bothering me, something's stressing me out, it's a problem area that I need to address and work on, I'll literally just go into this computer document and I'll just type a bunch of shit out. Spell out the problem, talk it out, talk the issue out, just get it out of my head, put it onto paper or a computer document, just work through the problem, spell it out clearly, and decide what the fucking game plan is. That's super helpful to just work through it quickly and just get it out of your head. And it really helps to alleviate a lot of the stress, a lot of the tension from just keeping it bottled up inside. Step 2 is you ask, how do I overcome this problem? What do I need to actually do? Most often, this is going to require stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things that scare you, stuff that terrifies you, stuff that makes you feel afraid and uncomfortable. And this is really one of the major reasons that people run away from their problems, is because if they actually had to address their fear of public speaking, for example, dude, they would have to go join some Toastmasters groups. They would have to go out there and get in front of a crowd and be pissing in their fucking pants scared and give the speech with their voice shaking and feel that discomfort and the adrenaline and the anticipation and stress beforehand. They're like, fuck that, dude. I'm just going to play some video games. I'm just going to get wasted and watch some Netflix instead. It's way easier to just run away from this stuff than do the hard work of actually growing, expanding your comfort zone, putting yourself in these challenging situations. But that's ultimately how you grow and become stronger and better in these areas. A good general rule of thumb to follow is if you're normally the type of person that runs away and backs away and hides from your problems and refuses to confront them head on, just do the opposite of what you would normally do. You're terrified to go talk to that woman, go fucking talk to her. You're terrified to start a conversation with a stranger, go start the conversation. Just whatever the thing is that's your normal default run away from the problem response, just program yourself to just do the opposite. What's the next step to actually overcoming these problems? You put a clear fucking plan in place. Where, let's say you hate your job, you want to make more money, dude, put the plan in place to say, I'm going to submit X number of job applications per week until I get a new job that matches my criteria. Ideally, find some sort of way to hold yourself accountable as well, to make sure you're actually following through on the plan that you've put in place. So you could say, like, my target is to put in 7 job applications per week. And you could just track, like, how many weeks in a row you've hit your fucking target. You know, keep track of it on a whiteboard or something. Hold yourself accountable to make sure that you're actually sticking to the plan that you've put in place. You want to get in good shape, you're not happy with your physique, the way your body looks. Dude, you could say, I'm going to work out X number of weeks, and you just hold yourself accountable, track how many weeks in a row you've done it. Whatever it is, dude, just put a fucking plan in place, decide what the action steps are, and then just find a way to make sure you're actually doing it and following through with it. Versus depending on willpower, I'll do it when I feel like it. Maybe I'll do a little bit of work here and then I'll stop and slip off of it. Hold yourself accountable, have clear targets to hit, and that's a great way to follow through on it. Then you want to make sure that you commit to just taking consistent, persistent action until you win, until you achieve your goals. What do most people do? They take a small amount of action, they don't get immediate results, and then they quit. You know, they go out, they try it a couple times, they say this doesn't work, and they just give up. And they just go back to making excuses, wasting their times, and running away from the problems. They approach one woman, it doesn't go well, and they give up on it. You know, like, if you go into it just expecting that it's going to be hard, expecting that it's going to take a shit ton of work, and for some weird reason, that just makes it way easier, because your expectations are calibrated to the amount of work that you actually have to do. You don't want to go out and expect to talk to one woman and meet the girlfriend of your fucking dreams, you know? Don't expect to put in one job application and start working for the company of your dreams. Don't expect to read one fucking book and become great, become a world-class expert in your chosen field. Expect that it's going to be fucking hard and just commit to taking consistent action until you achieve your goals. If you just decide to do whatever the fuck it takes, it might require feeling uncomfortable, stepping outside of my comfort zone, taking action when I'm absolutely terrified and full of adrenaline and just pissing in my fucking pants scared. Whatever the fuck it is, dude, just decide to become completely, totally unstoppable and just commit to taking persistent action until you fucking win. And that's how you actually solve problems instead of running the fuck away from them like most people do. Hope you found this helpful. Do me a favor, if you found this valuable, share it with somebody who you think will like it. Post a comment telling me how fucking awesome my videos are. Hit that like button, subscribe, and check back for more videos.